Hi, we are so glad that you're taking a look at SoulFest 2019 in Dallas, November 16th and 17th. Thanks for taking a look. Hi, I'm Thomas Miller. This is Majana. We host 3 podcasts, Subconscious Mind Mastery, Life After Life, and Fun Astrology. And this has really been the culmination of something that she and I talked about the day that we met.
6 years ago. It's finally coming to fruition.
We're a little slow in getting things together, but now's the right time. And this is it. And we can't wait to share this with you. How this all developed was really something that's been on my heart for a number of years. Because as I looked back at the early formative years of my life, I realized patterns that were established by what I experienced and what I was taught played out over the course of the next 3-4 decades. And it just dawned on me, the first thing was, that wasn't how my soul came in to do this life. I was a broken record. I was like the anomaly in my family. I came in with special needs and things that my soul wanted to do that my family structure didn't support. And there was this conflict because of that. So in learning these tools that we're going to share with you here in Dallas, I discovered a blueprint to our soul's journey. And I thought the greatest thing in the world would be to share this with people, not only to know how you are wired, but to know and understand how your partner is wired. And then if you're in the child rearing years, which really go on into the 30s. And
do they ever end?
They ever end. But if you are raising kids, this is especially important for you because you can see how each one of your kids is wired. We're setting this up to do 4 kids. And then if you have more kids than that, great. Just send us the information and we'll work out what that entails. But this is so that you can understand the dynamic of yourself first, your partner, your relationship. That's your strength. That's your rock. That's your foundation. And then your kids so that you can raise them up how they are wired to do life. So what are the tools? Well, these are ancient tools except for one. These are ancient tools that have been used for years. The first one is astrology. But we're not using it in a predictive mode, of what's going to happen next month. We're using it as a blueprint. Astrology has been around since the Babylonian Empire, so it goes back to the 1800s BC, almost 4,000 years. People have been realizing the connection between the planetary bodies and the luminaries and our life on Earth. I mean, if you don't believe that, just ask a farmer about what happens around a full moon. It's like, or a police officer, or
a teacher,
or
a doctor.
Right, somebody who works in an emergency room, and they'll, a full moon, right? So it does have an effect, and it also shows us a map. When they say that kids aren't born with an instruction manual, I beg to disagree. It's right there, and once you understand it, then it just completely changes the whole perspective of how you look at yourself and others. If you don't understand what all those squiggly glyphs are and all that, don't worry about it. We're going to simplify it so that it's real easy, and we're going to give you the part that you need to get started in a fun, easy, understandable way, okay? And all of that's going to be delivered via audio recordings and some printed material to support it before the event. So you're coming in hot. You're coming in prepared. And we're going to pick up from there and explain what it is that you have received and have been reviewing before the event. The other really cool system that I love comes from my buddy in Aspen, Himmat Singh, who is a 30-year veteran Kundalini practitioner and teacher. And Himmat uses Kundalini numerology. It's really simple. It's just based on your birthday. You don't have to know the exact time. And it gives you just a magical read about your life, what your strengths and weaknesses and purposes and destinies are. It's just in a couple of pages. So that's like the astrology. That's the one that takes some noodling. The numerology, boom, quick, easy. And there are 2 more systems that we're going to offer as well.
Yeah, the new kid on the block is human design. And this is, again, just so powerful. Actually, personalities are broken into 5 different types. And the whole system teaches you how to access your body's consciousness and then live your authentic life. It is wild.
I got to tell you, I didn't understand it at the time, but as I've looked back at times when my human design type was firing as it should, great things followed. And I can just tell you, I could journal back on a timeline and go, wow, I get it. So it is going to be transformative for you to understand that. And we're going to communicate it in a way that you can apply it instantly.
Yeah, it's a little counterintuitive, but that's what makes it so powerful.
Yeah, aren't they all?
So the other tool that we're going to use is destiny cards. So these have been around in their original form since, well, rumor has it, the Atlanteans used them.
At least the Egyptians, if you want to stay in current sphere. But there are hints, it goes back even further than that.
Where'd they get their power?
It's an ancient, people don't realize that those symbols in a card deck go back to the Egyptian time.
Yeah, they do. So using just your birth date, it's a deck of playing cards, really. And again, it looks at so many aspects of your life, and you will get a printout that handles all of those, and then a brief, shorter version of the audio. So bring all of this with you so we can really delve into it at the event.
So we're going to put the package of all of that in your hands in advance so that when you get there, you've seen it for yourself, your partner, your kids. You're going to have questions, bring them. You're going to already see things like lights are just going to be going off before you even get here. We're going to start a WhatsApp group so everybody can be in communication. We're going to make ourselves available ahead of the event so you can be asking questions. And then during the event itself, we're not going to be sitting for hours on end absorbing difficult material. Oh no. We have a fun agenda planned. It's all listed below, but just tell them a couple of things that we're planning.
Rosie is quite an accomplished musician, and she will be playing her guitar and singing, and we'll be singing right along with her. And we'll have a gong. If you've never experienced that, you're in for a treat. And crystal bowls. So we'll have a nice, beautiful wash on Sunday to help release and to integrate. So we're going to be moving around. And then there's also a communication piece of this, because as you're learning where you are, where you're coming from, and your kids and your significant other, sometimes, especially if you have teenagers, there can be a struggle with communication. So we'll target that as well. Bring your questions.
Yeah, Majana's certified in that, as you can see from her bio down below. And her material on that is, just that is worth the entire seminar itself. That will transform the way that you communicate in your home. So it's very powerful tools all combined to help you understand your soul, understand your family, understand your relationship, and really transform the way that you understand and execute your life. So we're looking forward to seeing you here in Dallas in November. We do have a couple of options if you can't make it. Those are listed below, but we really hope that you'll come. Be a part of this live. It's going to absolutely be worth it and change your life.